Alcohol has benefits and dangers. Now, way back, long ago, about 9,000 years ago, there were fermented jars of fruits and vegetables found during the Stone Age, which gives us evidence that our ancestors have been experimenting with alcohol and its intoxicating properties for about 9,000 years, to put it in perspective. And ever since then, it's played an instrumental role in culture and history. In early Greco-Roman times, wine was often consumed throughout the day, starting at breakfast, and was a nonchalant social custom and ritual. As well, alcohol was the active ingredient in many early remedies in primitive medicine. It's even believed that our consumption of alcohol has led to some essential and vital adaptations that have led our species to prevail over the years. Now, alcohol is universally accessible, and many people from many different walks of life enjoy to drink. You can see from Snooki to Gatsby, there's a wide range and spectrum of people that can partake in this together and have that sense of camaraderie. About 90%, in fact, of United States adults drink and have some experience with alcohol throughout their lifetime. It is accessible, it is popular, and it's abundant. The bar and tavern industry every year grosses about $22 billion, and the alcoholic beverage grossings are $6.6 billion. So, point blank, people like to drink, and I don't anticipate this trend stopping anytime soon. So, as a result, a lot of our culture and our capitalistic structure is fueled by alcohol. Think about the ties between restaurants and alcohol, and sporting events like Fenway Park with the absence of beer will be a lot different. And beer is actually the #1 most popular alcohol, and about half the alcohol sold in the United States is in fact beer. The most beloved by the people by far. And good times, there's many good times that can be associated with alcohol. Has anyone had some good experiences drinking? Absolutely, 100%. And for me too, I remember these memories back when I first started drinking with my friends in college socially, and there are some incredible nights that I really can't forget. And some nights I wish I could remember, but the common denominator and the catalyst was alcohol, and it invoked that sense of camaraderie and alliance and fellowship between me and my friends. As well, this is induced and made possible by some short-term effects of alcohol. And these are temporary benefits in spirit, hence where the name spirit comes from. And this could be lower inhibitions, feelings of confidence, ease, happiness, and a social situation that could be awkward or uncomfortable is made much more comfortable as a result of alcohol. And our country, our freedom, there's a huge association between freedom and our right to drink, and patriotism and our national identity. And we can celebrate that through drink. And there's an incredible synergy between being an American and the consumption of alcohol. Now, in some of these classic movies, Superbad, The Hangover, we can see how the pursuit of that one night to change everything, the party to end it all, can have some dire repercussions and consequences. Anything that's as rewarding and as pleasurable as alcohol can have some very destructive consequences that it'll leave in its wake in certain scenarios. Bad times. Has anyone had some bad times with alcohol? Absolutely. The list goes on, and unfortunately, about 60% of American adults that are male have had a bad experience with alcohol, and 30% of women. They've had some sort of adverse life event, and alcohol has been the root of that. There's also many dangers that we must be aware of. About 6% of the United States adult population has alcoholic tendencies, and alcohol is in fact the third leading cause of death, preventable cause of death in the United States. And every year about 88,000 people perish. Not to mention there can be a wide range of risks associated with drinking. With excessive drinking over long periods, mental, physical deterioration is quite possible. Changes in personality, poor judgment can lead to bad decisions, and some of these things we can't undo. Drunk driving, one of the huge and most significant catastrophic events to stem from drinking. And as well, we have to be aware that men and women metabolize alcohol differently, and this makes women a little bit more vulnerable and susceptible to its intoxicative properties. And this is yet another danger. We can observe the pie chart and see that of all the people that are in treatment for substance abuse, about 51% have an alcohol abuse disorder. And just because alcohol is legal and mass distributed and socially acceptable and embraced by our culture should not be interpreted as safe. Ethanol alcohol, and if you say that out loud, ethanol alcohol, I mean, there's really no way to sugarcoat it. It's a destructive chemical that can have bad effects on the mind, body, and spirit. So at the end of the day, we must realize that with alcohol, it is something that we have the right to do. We can enjoy together as a community, and it does have a lot of essential benefits. But at the same time, we must acknowledge the potential dangers and some of these severe, dire consequences that can be encountered along the way. Alcohol has risks and rewards.